You're an insurance agent that wants to know what you should be spending on leads. What is the frequency that you should be purchasing them on? How can you set yourself up for success? You found the right video. We're going to talk about aged leads, fresh leads, direct mail leads, what you should be putting out there so that hopefully you can find the best chance of profitability and sustained power in this industry. So many amazing agents find success in this space, but yet 90% of the agent force fails because maybe they failed to set the frequency up right, and then they found that they got frustrated. So we're going to dive into frequency. We're going to dive into what leads cost, what you should be putting aside cash flow wise if you're considering diving into final expense telesales or even face-to-face insurance sales. We're going to go into the difference of the pricing with a face-to-face lead even versus a telesales lead and let you decide what you should spend to set yourself up for success. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to dive into this with you. And before I do, my name's Jason. I'm your friend in the business. I'm very blessed to partner with just powerful, brand new and veteran agents alike in our national agency, selling life, Medicare, and annuities face-to-face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources always for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And I hope you enjoy this video here that we've prepared for you. So first off, number one, frequency is so important and vital to you finding success, my friends. So many insurance agents get frustrated in this industry because they are told buy more leads and they really only have limited belief and they buy one order. One order is going to make you go sour quick. It's going to be like sour milk in your stomach. You're just going to, not feel good, because what happens is if you buy just one lead order, that lead order gets old. It's like buying a single gallon of milk and you think that's going to last you 6 months. You're going to go sideways. All right. So when you are dealing with frequency of buying final expense insurance leads or even Medicare insurance leads, you've got to understand frequency is so important to you having a chance of finding success. Fresh lead flow. Fresh lead flow, I cannot emphasize this enough, is so important to you having the best odds of overcoming the statistic of 90% of the agent force failing. 90% of the agent force that fails are not buying leads on the weekly. They're not. They're buying one batch and then they're working them until they go broke and go out of the industry. You've got to have fresh leads. This is no different than having a fresh flow of water coming to you. If you stop a fresh flow of water, guess what happens? Stagnancy happens, and then the water stinks, everything goes sideways. In the insurance industry, it's no different. The moment that you stop a fresh lead flow coming in, you're going to get more frustrated because you're going to have limited conversations and now limited chances of conversions. So when you buy leads weekly will help you become a warrior in this space. The less that you buy, the more you're going to get beat up in this industry. It's a tough industry already. The last thing you want to do is heavy frequency that doesn't make it halfway fun and sets you up for failure. So frequency is important if you want to find success. Weekly, and I cannot emphasize this enough, weekly. And we're going to talk about what it costs weekly so that you can figure out if you are best suited for maybe face-to-face insurance sales or maybe final expense telesales, because what you spend on leads is important, right? You've only got so much savings. You want to see this with full transparency. So frequency is all about weekly. The exception here, though, my friends, being aged leads, all right? Aged leads are a different story. At that point, you could buy aged leads, and we're going to talk about this with how much it costs on a every other week basis, realistically, all right? But that's the only exception here. Every other insurance agent, you should be believing in yourself. And if you don't have belief, that's the backbone of this industry. You're probably going to be getting yourself hurt. You got to buy leads on the weekly. You've got to have a wealthy mindset here if you want to see success. If you've got a poor mindset and you don't place an order on the weekly, well, you're probably going to be put out of the industry or really have a place where you've got diminished chances of success because you're not putting the laws of large numbers in your favor. Weekly lead orders. Hope that's not boring you. All right. So number one, frequency to find success. Weekly, only exception here being aged leads. Maybe you don't have a lot of money starting off in this industry. That's okay. All right. We're going to talk about how much it costs to really dive into this. All right. Number two, let's talk about money, right? You're like, where's the money, Jason? Let's talk about how much do leads cost right now. This is, all right, May of 2023. All right. So as of May 2023, you can purchase, let's say you're a new insurance agent and you're like, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have much money, but I got a lot of belief. If you got a lot of belief, you've got a lot of brawn, maybe not a lot of bucks right now. You can get 300 aged final expense leads that are less than 90 days old. Less than 90 days old. We're talking less than $2 a lead. These are DNC scrubbed so that you don't get nailed. All right. Last thing you want to do is violate DNC, the do not call list. All right. TCPA is no joke. Don't mess with it. All right. You're trying to find success. You know, you need to have good frequency, but if you don't have a lot of funds, this is where you start. You start with aged leads, okay? And then you get yourself going and flowing and then move to fresh leads as fast as you can. But you can start with aged leads and find great success. Go to my playlists here on my channel, and you'll see many a brand new agent that started off with these very aged leads and realized success very quickly when they've been properly coached, honed, trained, they know what they're doing. Then they can translate the lead into massive leverage and hopefully make the bucks. All right. But you can get 300 aged leads. And this is something that you would do on a bi-weekly basis. Every other week, you want to be buying 300 aged leads if you can afford it, okay? 300 aged leads at like $1.70 a lead. You can get these for $1.70 a lead. That would only be $510 every other week. That's no big deal. If you got your calculator out, 510 divided by 2, I mean, you're putting out $255 a week. That's $510 every other week. So $255. All you need is a little itty bitty policy out of 300 aged leads, and you paid for your lead order at 100% compensation. That is going to really help you launch and leverage forward. All you need is one sale. If you got one sale that was halfway decent, you paid for everything at 100% comp. It's all about helping you cash flow yourself when you're buying leads. So lead spend is all about your survival. You need to have this lead flow, the frequency, once again, to find success. Pretend that you're at war, all right? And you got to have bullets, right? Well, an insurance agent needs ammunition. Ammunition for us is leads. If not, you're the greatest insurance agent on the planet. You got the greatest weapon, and you got no ammunition. As an insurance agent, you've got to have a fresh flow of leads, new leads on the weekly, all right? Because you're going to be expending those leads, boom, 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 as you go blasting forth to save these people from the pain of their problems. So make sure you got good leads. If you're brand new, you don't have much money, aged leads, $1.70 a lead, you can get 300 of them, buy them every other week if you don't have a lot of money, a lot of wealth, all right? That's what it would cost for an agent that was a final expense telesales agent, because you can go statewide. Okay. So under $2 a lead, DNC scrubbed, less than 90 days old. Great place to start. Not where you stay, my friends. Don't have this, okay, limited belief and stay with cheap leads. All right. Go to the next level, an exclusive fresh lead. That's what I recommend. If you've got the money, move to fresh leads like immediately if you've got it. All right. And then buy these on the weekly. So if you're a full-time insurance agent, and we're going to talk about full-time versus part-time, a full-time final expense telesales agent, you need to be buying 80 fresh leads if you can afford it on the weekly. Now, depending on where you're purchasing them from, you can get them as cheap as $15 a lead. So 80 leads, 80 fresh leads times $15 means you're going to spend about $1,200 on a weekly basis. Now, this is going to give you a lot of people to talk to on the weekly. You're not even going to need to use a dialer. With dated leads, use a dialer. With fresh leads, my friends, you can use your fingers. So when you get fresh leads, you can cut costs. You don't need a CRM right now. You don't need a dialer. You don't need diminished belief. You need a good work family, good scripts, good people around you. And then you need to buy leads and push. All right. Go help these great folks push forward with action. But a final expense telesales insurance agent can buy 80 to 100 leads a week, and you're setting yourself up for success. Frequency is king. Frequency is going to help you capitalize every week, and you're going to just stack paper, hopefully. All right. So 80 fresh leads a week at $15 a piece statewide is $1,200 a week. All you really need to make $1,200 to make your money right. Okay. If you take your calculator, 1,200 divided by 12, right? That's $100. So if you get 2 policies at $50 a month out of that many, and you should be getting a lot more than that, all right, with proven power scripts and good systems and good belief. If you're working those leads with high action, you're going to be cash flow positive with just 1 sale at $100 a month at 100% compensation, or 2 sales at $50 out of 80. you can do better than that. All right. You can really rock forward with 80 leads, 80 opportunities to help people. If you're one that's got a great close about you, now you're cashing it. You're cash flowing yourself right because you've got enough leads to have leverage in this business. So 80 fresh leads at $15 a pop will run you about $1,200. These are fresh, exclusive leads. If you're paying more than $15 a piece, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. I can give you some discount codes to some lead vendors that may help you, give you some resources so you don't feel like you got robbed. You shouldn't be paying $30 for a statewide lead. It's ridiculous. Okay. But 80 fresh leads at $15 a piece, $1,200. You don't need much in terms of sales to sustain yourself and now be moving forward, because you're going to get better as you move forward, but you got to have enough bucks to keep yourself alive in this industry. That's why it's so caustic when your insurance agency is saying, buy more leads, buy more leads, buy more leads. And you're like, you never mentored me. You never trained me. You gave me a couple of videos and some scripts and some self-study stuff and says, hope you don't sink. That's no good. You're going to lose a lot of money on leads. So don't buy leads until you've been trained. Very, very critical. A lot of people don't realize this until it's too late. Okay. So fresh leads, there you go. This is telesales. We're going to dive into face-to-face cost here in a minute. So hang with me, and I hope this is helping you understand what it looks like. Now, these are $15 a piece as a Facebook, really good exclusive funneled lead. All right. So high intent, good high close ratios, great capitalization, and always TCPA compliant and DNC scrubbed. Let's talk about a Google or a banner lead. This is like a little less buyer intent. All right. Aged lead, lowest intent, but still great capitalization, great ROI, right? Because you're not paying much for the lead, huge leverage. A fresh Facebook lead, amazing for telesales, or a digital lead, perfect. If it's high intent, be careful of certain organizations that are reselling your leads over and over and over again and telling you it's fresh. Be careful. You're going to smell that ain't fresh real quick. Okay. So be careful, be cautious, always buy your own leads. All right. But a Google or a banner lead is not a bad lead, but you got to look at a Google or a banner lead as a lower intent lead platform, kind of like a single ply toilet paper. You're going to need more of it to get the job done and feel clean. Google banner leads are not bad, but you can get a Google banner lead for about $750 a lead. You're going to need twice as many leads, my friends, to get the job done. So if you're a full-time agent, you're going to need probably about 160 Google banner leads on a weekly basis to be a warrior. That's about $750 a piece on average. You can get them a little cheaper sometimes, but that'll be about $1,200 once again on a weekly basis. As a full-time agent, you need almost twice as many of those Google banner type leads to get the same transactions, get the same job done. So sometimes it's one lead is not the same purchasing power, right? You need 300 age leads, or you need 80 fresh, good exclusive Facebook digital leads that are high intent, exclusive only to you, or you need about 160 Google banner leads to be a beast. See the difference here? You're going to spend more money, right, for a better quality lead to get that same conversion and success train, hopefully, as opposed to like a Google banner lead where maybe you got to buy 160 of those things to get the same transactions. It's how they work. A lower intent lead, you're going to need a lot more of them. So around $1,200 a month on average is going to set you up for a good place of success. $1,200 of a lead spend is huge leverage. 8 people to talk to, all you need is a couple of them. If you can get 10% of those and get 8 policies, woo, you're stepping in the right direction. Okay. If you just got 5% of those, I mean, that's power too. You're now in the paper, all right, in the proper direction. So always, always, always have the right frequency. Move yourself forward, believe in yourself, buy leads on the weekly, but this is what they really cost. This is the dollars and cents. And I hope this is saving you a lot of frustration before you even dive into this industry to know what you can do. Don't be ashamed to start with aged leads at first. Start somewhere and then leverage up, then move. All right. Start with aged leads, but don't stay there. Move into fresh leads as fast as you can. So with fresh leads, you're going to have way less dialing, a lot more conversating here and getting a lot more conversions quicker. All right. Aged leads, though, a lot of lazy agents touch their leads once or twice and say the leads don't work. It's because they didn't work their leads. All right. You got to work these leads like you're broke, even when you're buying leads on the weekly with good frequency. Okay. So that is telesales leads and their cost as of May 2023. Now, what we're going to do in a second here is we're going to dive into face-to-face lead cost. We train face-to-face insurance agents in our national agency here as well. Great success. All right. They do great work, but you've got to also have the same frequency on the weekly, my friends. You've got to not have a poor mindset and not place your lead order on a weekly basis, even when you're in the face-to-face play. All right. Now, the lead cost for a face-to-face agent is more expensive. We're going to dive into this, and I hope you like this content. If you like this content, can you do me a favor? Hit the like button if you enjoy this. And my goodness, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate you. So let's talk about face-to-face lead cost. Okay. A face-to-face final expense agent puts a lot more of their finances into less, okay, leads. Okay. It costs more. When you go into the face-to-face play, you've got to have tighter geography to get your money. The last thing you want to do is be a chicken with your head cut off, running all over the planet. You're going to feel like you got robbed. You've got enough windshield time already as a face-to-face insurance agent. And the last thing you need to do is put more of your pocketbook up into your gas tank. All right. And time is your most valuable resource. So what you want to do is constrict your geography when you're a face-to-face insurance agent. Now, face-to-face insurance agents do great work. You don't need as many leads as a final expense telesales insurance agent ever does, but you're going to spend a lot more money, and you're going to have a lot more time on the road, a lot more no-shows. Time's your most valuable resource, but you're going to have great conversions when you get up into that house. Okay. So let's talk about lead cost. Without further ado, you're going to have a 5 to 25 mile radius. 5 to 25 mile radius is what you're going to be looking at. All right. The lead cost as of right now, you're going to need about 40 leads a week. That's your frequency as a face-to-face insurance agent. 40 leads a week is going to set you up for just tremendous success. All right. 40 leads a week at around $30 a lead currently. All right. That's going to run you $1,200, but you only got 40 leads. So you're going to have to dial those leads like you're going to go broke. Set your appointment like Ron Peel's chicken, set it in, forget it, and get your britches out there into that house and go bring the value that you provide to these great families. Go protect them. It's powerful. Same concept as telesales, really, but we've got lots more conversations, hopefully. But 40 leads a week is going to be great. You're going to get a lot of appointments, but this is where a lot of face-to-face insurance agents go wrong. If they can't get them on the phone, they stop. This is a poor mindset. You can't do this. Set your appointments, and all the people that don't pick up, you're going to pretend like you're a pizza delivery man, and you're going to go knock doors, and you're going to see higher success ratios. Just go knock doors. People that don't pick up, when you show up on the lawn and go, hi, I'm here to give you a lot of help, guess what? You're going to get right in, most likely. All right. So 40 leads a week, perfection. But 40 leads a week times $30 a lead is going to cost you $1,200 a week. All right. So it's not many leads, but you've got basically divided by 2 here as a face-to-face insurance agent. Okay. Now, if you want a little higher intent lead, I would recommend that. You're going to want to upgrade the buyer intent on your final expense leads when you're doing face-to-face insurance sales. That'll cost you around a lead to have a little higher expensive. Face-to-face insurance agents are seeing their financial hits when they're trying to help themselves and help their client. It's going up. All right. Frequency still, believe in yourself, buy it on the weekly. Once again, frequency. But higher intent funneled lead, that's Facebook exclusive only to you, is $38 a lead roughly. So you're going to need 40 leads on a weekly basis, little higher intent. So you're not going to have as much frustration hitting those leads and knocking the doors. You'll have more people making decisions, hopefully. But 40 leads times $38 comes to about $1,520 a week that you'll be spending on leads. And if you need good high intent final expense face-to-face leads, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. I'll help you get situated with the best vendors and get you some coupon codes if you'd like as well. Okay. Try to help you here. Now, let's talk about direct mail leads. I know direct mail leads are great. I have used them in my past. I use them in my present. I'm getting ready to place an order here in a hot minute to help some of my face-to-face final expense agents that are working here. I love it. Love what we do. We're a work family. All right. But they're expensive. You're doing a per 1,000 piece mailing in most cases. And if you're buying a per lead, you're probably going to spend almost $50 a lead for a good lead that isn't like, here's a Walmart gift card kind of garbage. Okay. Don't be doing the Walmart gift card junk. All right. We are not the Tooth Fairy. We are not Santa Claus. All right. The last thing you want to do is pay for a lead that's a Walmart gift card. And then you're knocking on doors and people are like, yeah, thanks for coming by, dude. Where's my gift card? We're here to talk about final expense insurance. We're here to talk about life insurance. We're here to talk about making their legacies better, not feeling like you're a delivery boy doing that kind of stuff. All right. So don't do this. All right. In my opinion, get a good lead. All right. And get a lot of them. Right. If you haven't gotten that message, but 25 leads at $50 a lead. If you're doing a per thousand and your lead returns weren't really great, you're going to spend about $1,250 for just 25 direct leads. Now, the problem that you're going to see with direct mail leads is there's diminished returns, meaning you blast 1,000 people on a mailing, a final expense direct mail mailing, you're not going to get 1,000 leads back. A lot of people think that. It's not the truth. You're going to get a diminished amount of those actually being returned to you. And some of them are going to say, do not call me, which means you can't call them. I don't violate DNC and TCPA. But you know what you can do? You can go knock that door. It's amazing. Amazing. I've sold so many great folks that put on that lead card, do not call. Well, you don't call. You just knock on the front door, show them the card and go, hi, can I help you? It's great. These are amazing people. It's not about being pushy ever. It's about being an amazing professional, but it's phenomenal what you can do, but you can't call. So that's why you don't use direct mail leads ever for final expense telesales, unless you're a face-to-face agent that's transitioning and you're like, I'm sick of the windshield time. I'm sick of getting no-showed. I'm sick of the gas costs and those are rising, right? I'm sick of everything going on in the face-to-face scene and the smells and everything else. That can happen for some of you. And then in that case, fine, use your direct mail leads as you transition to maybe a better position that gives you more flexibility and better financial upside, right? But there's nothing against being face-to-face, okay? But understand 25 leads at $50 a lead is going to run you $1,250. Now, if you get a lead return that comes in really wrong, this has happened to a lot of agents that don't know how to set up things, or maybe you just hit a zip code that just didn't return a lot. There's risk in this industry, especially with direct mail leads. With risk comes the chance for reward, but it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Success is rented every day, right? So if you did a 1,000-piece mailing and your lead cost came back at around $75 a lead, 25 leads on a weekly basis will run you about $1,875. Ouch, right? But if you got 25 of those leads, you're going to have an easier time getting into those homes when you show up with that card. So you're going to call everyone that you can. And then the ones that don't show up, once again, go knock the doors. You cannot neglect action. As a face-to-face insurance agent, you cannot neglect action. As a telesales agent, you cannot neglect action. Believe in yourself. Know that you've got the solution. Go see the people. So try to set appointments. And then guess what? Put your leads together and put it in an application. There's some apps out there. If you don't have the app, it'll help you get the most efficient route to be that delivery man or woman and go see the people and go make your wealth. Door knocking is massive. The people that don't pick up the phone, they're there waiting for you. It's crazy. If you would just have the courage to move forward. So courage is necessary to capitalize. You've got to have belief to buy leads on the weekly. I get it. It's scary sometimes, but weekly. This is what leads cost currently, depending on how you purchase your leads. Now, you can also buy some aged, direct mail leads. Aged direct mail leads can be had probably around $6 to $8, $8 on the high side. But if you do that, let's say, $400, for a good pile of leads. So that's a good amount of aged leads. That is pretty powerful too. So you can find profitability in the face-to-face world. You can just talk to anybody. If they've got a pulse, you've got a product, just go talk to them in a kind way about what you do. Don't be walking up to everybody. I sell life insurance. Want to buy from me? I'm not talking about that. If you need good elevator speeches, reach out. We can help you. All right, jasonfinalexpense.com. But I hope this gives you an inside scoop to what you're going to see on lead spend, ad spend, frequency, what you're going to find out there. Start off with maybe age leads. I don't have any bucks. Well, guess what? Start off with age leads and just pound. All right. You've got lots of brawn, not as many bucks, but get success quickly. All you need is one win, and it just paid for your whole lead order in most cases, or maybe 2 little wins. Now you're feeling better. Now you're not going to get beat up because now you're going to have increased belief. Don't make the mistake of buying leads 1 week and then you make some sales and you have this poor mindset. Man, I made a lot of money this week. I'm not going to purchase leads in the following week. That's a recipe for failure. And so many agents have been just kicked to the side of the road, met that ditch of I didn't buy leads weekly. I didn't buy leads weekly and they didn't make the wealth. So please don't make this mistake. Buy leads on the weekly, win. And I mean, only when you've been properly coached. You've got a good work family, people that are there for you, people that know how to hear you and help you and give you the right data so that you can be just a dominating force for good. All these prospects, they really do need you. They may be short with you at times, but they do want to see you. They've got sometimes some real thick skins about them, but they've got some of the softest hearts once you just go help them. But it does take belief. It takes you leaning forward with everything that's in you. So I hope this video helps you. Thanks for walking with me and enjoying the video, hopefully together. And if anything I can do for you, reach out. We'll serve you in any way we can. Have a powerful day. And if we can do anything for you, jasonfinalexpense.com. See you soon.